Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. Today we are talking Starfield. And as usual, I like to exist in the Reddit community and comment to some of the posts I'm seeing. So today actually isn't a post, it's actually a specific comment, and it was from a post that was talking about Starfield 2 and what we'd like to see in Starfield 2. And the comment, and I'll throw it up on the screen and I'll read it again in regards to Starfield 2, because it's up further in the forums, it better not be developed on the Creation Engine. Better get science fiction writers. Better gameplay mechanics, seamless space travel, and no loading screens. Actual traversal and exploration. Better story, characters, character development, and gameplay. Hand it over to a developer with a different design philosophy than Bethesda's outdated one. All right. This is going to be a hot one. This is going to be an excited one. Sit back, grab your popcorn, and be ready for me to rant, because here it comes. I totally fucking disagree with this comment, and let me tell you why. The creation engine is what makes Bethesda games great. And if you can't see that, then you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. There are so many cool things with the creation engine. They like the way that things stay in certain places forever, to the physics of things. Um, it allows for the simplicity of a modding scene in a way that no other game engine does. I just completely don't agree with this comment. I would absolutely, it's probably going to be on Creation Engine 70 by the time it gets created, if it ever gets created, if it needs to be created. But the idea of not using Bethesda's creation engine is ridiculous, and I totally disagree with this comment. On top of that, Bethesda not making a Skyrim or a Fallout or a Starfield is commentary that I hear occasionally too that I just do not agree on at all. Like, Bethesda makes games in a way that no other company makes games. Nobody else has the side quest, the immersion, the customization factor, the RPG elements that Starfield does. I name something. Put something in the comments that goes pound for pound and lets me live in a world the way Bethesda does. It lets me decide I can create a character to look however I want with either just in-game items or the creation community, which gives me unlimited options on how I look, how I sound, how my guns are, what worlds I'm in, what spaceships I drive, what characters surround me, the quests I do. The entire thing is all tailored to you, the player, in Bethesda games in a way that it is in no other game. I hate that idea entirely. I totally disagree. And I would love some examples from anyone watching this, if anyone agrees with that comment, on who's making better RPGs out there than Bethesda. Because they have a special sauce that nobody else has, in my opinion. It doesn't mean other people don't make good games. CD Projekt Red makes phenomenal games. Cyberpunk is a beautiful game. But I never felt as attached to the world or the character in Cyberpunk. I loved playing it, but there were pieces that didn't let you make it your own at the end of the day. It wasn't a tailored experience. It was a told experience. Rockstar makes phenomenal games. They're the most beautiful, polished games on the entire market. Your ability to modify them and make them your own, to make your player base your own, to make your spaceships your own in Starfield, to really have your own backstory. It doesn't exist in those games. They tell you who you are and what you are doing. And you are a criminal with this background that does this. You got Obsidian. Obsidian's cool. Agreed. I love Obsidian too. I'm excited about the Outer Worlds. I said that earlier. They are very shallow in comparison to Bethesda games and what you can do, because they have limited resources, in all fairness to them. But it doesn't change the fact that they are very shallow in what they can do. So I need some examples, guys. I need something that I go, oh my God, this is Bethesda times 10. Because if that's out there, like, I'm missing out. If you guys give that to me, shit, I'll start making content for that instead. But until then, Bethesda remains my favorite game developer. I think a lot of the hate is bandwagon hate because it's popular right now. I think I could have a channel twice as big as my 10 subscribers. I could be 20. I could be 20 subscribers, guys. I'm kind of poking at myself there. If I decide to hate on Bethesda instead, but I'm not going to do it because I love Bethesda games. Bethesda games changed my life of gaming, and they made other games seem lame. When I was introduced to Fallout 4, never played Fallout, never played Skyrim before. In 2014, it changed gaming for me. And there was no other game after that until Starfield that I really felt like, wow, this actually goes pound for pound with Fallout 4. And like, do I think Starfield's as good as Fallout 4 in a lot of ways? No. Do I think Starfield's more fun to play than Fallout 4? Yeah, I kind of do. It's kind of more modern Fallout 4, and it has a lot of the same elements once you get used to it and learn how to find them. That's the big thing with Starfield is like it's hard to find some of these elements in the game. When you played Skyrim or Fallout 4, you just magically run into people and get side quested all the time. When you play Starfield, you kind of got to understand how it works. Since you're in all these different tiles and it's disjointed and you're all over the place, you got to figure out how that works. The loading screens. If the loading screens are so fucking bad, get a better machine that can load faster. Because loading screens on mine are like black screen and I'm back in the game. You know? So it's like it's a minor inconvenience at best. Would I take a loading screenless experience with way less content and way less ability to play the way I want to play? No, not in a million years. And nobody that plays Bethesda games gives that much of a shit. It's a stupid narrative to make a point. You'd rather have a disguised loading screen. You're talking about No Man's Sky that has loading screens galore. They're just covered up by animation at the same time. And candidly, that's what Bethesda should have done with Starfield. They've seen what No Man's Sky was doing. They absolutely should have covered up some loading screens with some animations when possible. I don't think you're going to do that with doors and things like that. I think it just becomes more trouble than it's worth. But I think for like interplanetary travel, landing on a planet, taking off from a planet, intersystem travel, probably would have made sense to just keep some kind of screen going. I mean, we'll go back to Destiny. I talked about that earlier in the video, but Destiny, that's something they did, and it worked well for them. So, anyway, I completely disagree with this comment. The idea of not using the creation engine, I hate that idea. The creation engine is what makes Bethesda games Bethesda. The idea of not using Bethesda for a Bethesda type of game like Starfield or Skyrim or Elder Scrolls. Did I say Skyrim and Elder Scrolls? Skyrim for Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Starfield is stupid, and I totally disagree. And until somebody makes a Scrolls-like game that actually is better than Scrolls, then you're never going to change my mind on that. You're never going to change my mind on that. So I'll defend Bethesda till I'm blue in the face. Even if it's the unpopular opinion by the rest of the YouTube community, I don't give a shit. I totally disagree with this comment. But I hope it sparks some good conversations. I'd love to hear your opinion on it. I've been stuck around this long. Bowser, thank you. I appreciate every one of you. Consider subscribing. Give me a like. Let me know your feedback in the comment section. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Talk soon. Bye.